Hey y'all, this your girl Shay. I'm back with another video, y'all. Um, I want to talk about something that's been in the news last couple of weeks. The Roe versus Wade overturn. Uh, I've been going over in my mind how should I deal with this. I'm gonna be honest. I'm going to be very transparent. But I'm going to say how I feel about how all this whole situation has come to be what it is. I am grateful and happy that babies don't have to be killed anymore. I am very anti-abortion, and I do believe in the preservation of life, whether it's in the first trimester, the second, the third, or it's in 99 years and up. I am all for the preservation of life in any circumstance. And it's not because I'm just a believer in Jesus. It is because I believe that people just deserve a chance to live. I believe that people deserve a chance to have a life that's fulfilling in whatever state that may be, and for however how long that may be. But here is another side that I am very for, and I'm very against. Well, I'm saying it wrong. I'm very against. Just like I am anti-abortion, I am also anti-immaturity. I am also anti-stupidity. I am also anti what can I say? How can I say it? Uh I am anti-ignorance. um there are certain situations that arise when a woman goes to get an abortion. Um and every woman's for getting abortion is not the same. It's not. One may have broken up with the boyfriend and she didn't want to have any remembrance of that boyfriend, so she's getting rid of her baby. But then there's another young lady that got raped or is coming out of a sex trafficking situation. Or as we have heard, for those who haven't heard, there's a 10-year-old child that is now pregnant, and her family is seeking to get an abortion for this 10-year-old child. So everybody's reasoning for getting an abortion is not the same. Here's what I believe we should do for situations such as rape, incest, sex trafficking. We should have some type of program where these young women, or just women period, whether they're young or old, have an option to where they can receive some type of treatment during their pregnancy and have that child adopted, because people are looking to be parents of young babies all the time. They're looking for people they can that the people are looking for adopting children, fostering children, so that we should create an avenue for them to be able to carry their baby full term and give their baby up for adoption. It can be done. We have to find a way to do it. We can do it, but we have to find the funding, and we got to have the right mindset when we do this. Okay. But for people, like for young girls like the 10-year-old I was telling you about, now I'm gonna just give y'all some facts. Because this child is 10 and she's pregnant before it's time for her body to start receiving children, there is a possibility she could very well lose her life carrying this child to term. There is that possibility. And then if the child is born, this child may have issues of its own. If the child is born. If. So we have to have a medical team in place to be able to handle those type of situations. We have to, for the child and for the child that is about to be born. Because let's just be real, incest, rape, and sex trafficking, and even domestic violence is not going anywhere. Let's just keep it all the way real. Let's just keep it all the way live. It's not going anywhere. It's going to continue on. Okay? So we have to have medical teams in place. We got to have agencies in place to be able to deal with these situations properly. And here's the big thing for me. When it comes down to sex trafficking, domestic violence, rape, and incest, and these things, police need to be involved. It's time for people to start going to jail. Very unpopular, but it's time for people to start going to prison. Enough is enough. Like I told y'all before, everybody's situation is different when they get an abortion. But when they are getting abortions because of things like this, police need to be automatically involved. The perpetrator need to be found, or the perpetrators. So we need to have something in place where these situations are handled respectfully, they're handled with maturity, and they're handled responsibly. Now here's the thing. Here's another thing. I'm gonna give y'all some more stuff. We have got to be able to listen to people. We've got to be able to hear people's side of their story. We got to have a heart to receive and an ear to listen and a mind to understand. Okay. We have to be mature about things. We have to look at our situation for what it is. Now, I don't agree with the female that uses abortion as birth control. I don't agree with that. Because see, to me, that shows your character. It shows your lack of responsibility. It shows your lack of immaturity. It shows your lack of maturity. It shows all of those things. So if you choose to have sex unprotected, understand you are going to, there is a very strong possibility that you're going to get pregnant. So you need to choose some form of contraceptive to keep yourself from getting pregnant. It's over 32 forms of contraceptives out here. Over 32 forms of birth control, and it needs to be used. It needs to be used. One of those contraceptives will work for you. Well, I don't feel like it. I don't feel like going out buying all of that. I don't want my partner to wear a condom. I don't want to get on the pill. I don't want to take a shot. Then don't have sex. That's just my feelings on that. Don't have sex. Period. If you don't want to be responsible, don't lay down with nobody. Okay? Don't lay down with nobody. Nobody. I said what I said. Lay down with nobody. We got to be responsible. We got to be mature. We've got to be accountable for our actions, y'all. We do. We can't keep blaming society for everything that goes on with us personally. Now, can it affect us personally? Yeah. Because there are laws that are put in place. There are things that are put in place within our society that affects us personally and on a larger scale. But ultimately, it is up to you to make the right decisions for your own life. It's up to you. You got to do what you're supposed to do, handle your business the way you're supposed to handle it, and then everything will go right with your life. Now, when it comes down to rape victims, domestic violence survivors, people who've been through incest and molestation, here's what I'm saying to you, and I want you to hear me, and I want you to hear me clear. It is not your fault. Did you hear that? It's not your fault. 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 You didn't ask for none of this. You didn't ask for none of this. I don't care what the situation was. I know that there are things that could have been avoided. I know there were people that should have said something. That should have said, "Okay, don't do this, or whatever it is." It's not your fault. There is help for you. Mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically. There is help for you. There is healing for you. There is peace for you. It's available to you. There are organizations that will help you get through your trauma. There are organizations that will help you build your case against your perpetrator, whoever they are. It doesn't have to be done publicly. It can be done privately. Because I understand that it's already humiliating that you went through that experience. I understand it. But there is help for you. There is hope for you. You don't have to say, all is lost. There is hope and there is help for you. And I am so sorry that you went through what you went through. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't know your pain. I don't know your hurt. But at the same time I feel it. Because I understand, when you dealing with a husband or a boyfriend that don't know how to keep their hands off of you. Of course, you don't want to carry their seed. I understand. I get it. Some man that's got psychological issues, he rapes you. I get it. I totally get it. But let God heal you. And I know it sounds very corny. I know it sounds very cliche coming from a believer in Jesus, but let God heal you. Let God heal you through using a counselor, a psychologist, a psychiatrist, a group therapy session. Let God heal you. Let him heal you. I'm not talking about you becoming religious. I'm talking to you about becoming happy and whole the way God intended you to be. He did not want what happened to you to happen to you. He didn't. And if anybody tells you that, they're lying to you. It grieves him when things like this happen. It grieves him. And I'm going to put some information in the description below that's going to help you guys get through your process. Get through this process of healing, because I know it's not easy. I know that it's not. I know that it's a long road to healing. I know it. I can feel it. It's a long road to healing. I know of women who had their abusers, their perpetrators, to beat the babies out of them. I know of a relative who lost her child. She actually wanted to keep this baby, but because of the stress within her situation, she lost that baby. I understand. I get it. I get it. I've never been pregnant, but if I had, if it was me, I would understand. So, I see both ends of it. And should I include this in this? That's my phone, y'all. But they were talking about what um, Justice Clarence Thomas was talking about, outlawing contraceptives. Are you crazy? Are you crazy? Are you crazy? Do you not know if if contraceptives get outlawed, get banned, not only will there be a surplus of children being born, but see, all STDs would fly through the roof. And the main one at the top of the list that would fly through the roof is HIV. Y'all, when that thing first came on the scene back in the late 70s, it was killing everybody. It killed everybody. Gay, straight, bi, trans, black, white, Hispanic, Asian. It killed everybody. Nobody knew what it was. Nobody knew where it came from. It just appeared. It didn't get a name until 1987, y'all. See, at least with the coronavirus, you know what this is. They told you when the first they told us what that was when it first came on the scene. But see, with AIDS, nobody knew what it was. If they get rid of contraceptives, y'all, mm-mm, mm-mm. Y'all know how at the beginning of the pandemic, so many people were dying from COVID that they had to put the bodies on those big 16-wheeler trucks with the freezers in them? That will happen again. That will happen again. I don't know if what you know what. Okay, let me backtrack. Let me backtrack. I have not searched to see if this is what he was saying was true. But from what I hear and what people keep saying, it sounds like that thing was true. But I'ma just tell y'all, not smart, dumb, dumb. Will have more unwanted pregnancies than you can ever dream. And then there's some married couples. They just don't want any more babies. You know, they have 5 children. Okay, we're done. We good. What about them? What about them? All I'm saying, y'all, all I'm saying, because this video is going really long, it's going long. I try not to be long winded, but all I'm saying, y'all, is y'all please, yeah, like I said, I am anti abortion, but I am anti stupidity. I am anti ignorance. I am anti immaturity. I just want us to be safe. I want us to be nice to each other. I want us to be more understanding. I want us to understand where each other is coming from. That's all. That is all, y'all. I want us to be kinder to one another. I want us to really love each other like we're supposed to. Be there for each other because we need each other. We all each other got. That's all. That's all I want. And I want us collectively to do God's will for these who have had abortions. I want our arms to be open to them. I want us to be kind to people who've had abortions. We don't know everybody's story unless God reveals it to us. Be kind. Because what if one day you had to be in their shoes? What would you do? Think about that. What would you do if it had to be you? I love y'all. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I will talk to y'all next time. Bye.